We're so grateful, so ecstatic, so blissful to have this interaction in this eternal present of here and now. How may I be of service today?
Hello, beautiful friend. We are so very grateful for your loving presence.
As we are, we are just a reflection of what you're already emanating. Whenever you feel this joy, this gratitude, this bliss, this is what you can reflect in the outer world. But the key is not to expect it, not to insist upon it. Because if sometimes you're expressing, you're feeling this joy and bliss, and you run into a negative, into a challenging situation or something that you do not prefer, it's not exactly always a complete reflection. So it's something that you're co-creating with the being from the other side. Maybe this being is in a process of letting go of something, and this is what is appearing on the surface with them. So in this case, it's always best to have allowance, to have appreciation, to have compassion, because you never know what the other being is going through right now. And whenever you're in this blissful, creative, joyful state of being, this being will feel this vibration, and it can always choose or not choose to match it and to experience it, therefore.
Thank you very much. This is actually connected to my question synchronistically. Lately, I've been experiencing a very beautiful sensation. It is like I think that I am in a lower state of being. However, when I start talking to you, or for example to Ryoka, somehow from my mouth come words that are words of appreciation, of love and gratitude, and this supports me in raising my vibration. And it's just a curious experience for me.
Yes, in a way, you already answered the question, because you said, I am, is not by hazard that in your Kabbalistic tradition, one of the most used mantra is Ehyeh, I am that I am. So whenever you use this mantra, and because you're working also with other languages, it's kind of you're making already these energetic connections to them. So even when you're saying I am in English or in your native language, and whenever you make these connections, you're already allowing for the energetic vibration of the word, of the primordial origin of this word to actually pour its energies, it calls into your reality, and thus it allows for the challenging situation, for the negative emotions, for the challenging emotions to be transformed easily, more easily. So, and the other thing is, you say when we have these meetings, is you can have this experience of these beautiful, loving feelings with all beings. It's just a matter of your inner state of being. So whenever you're not feeling this preferred state, if I could say like this, you simply need to just allow these energies. See them as clouds in the sky, see them as your children. And when you validate them, when you express appreciation, love, compassion, and allowance to them, you give them the space to transform more easily, to be integrated, healed. So yes, we are very happy, very grateful that we are serving as such a permission slip for you to raise your vibration and to have these blissful states of being. Thank you for allowing yourself to match the vibration of your true self that is constantly pouring into your chakras.
Thank you very much. This was very insightful.
Thank you.
This morning I had a magical experience while I was doing my morning spiritual practice. I was going through emotional healing, and all of a sudden I had this visualization of my counterparts, I suppose, who are putting their hands. It's like I am in the center of a circle and they are surrounding me and they are touching me on my shoulder. And it's like they were giving me energy, they were healing me. And at this moment, I just realized that I have been given many gifts from my counterparts. And these gifts are now assisting me in my current incarnation on Earth. And it made me realize that I'm more connected than I actually think. And I'm part of a greater being or organization. And I just felt inspired to share this with you.
Thank you for sharing. It's very beautiful that you allow for yourself to feel how supported you are. Because it's not only, first, it's not just a visualization. It's, I would define it a contact. Because if you define it as a visualization, you're taking in away from its power. But if you define it as, oh, this is real experience, this is real life experience, this is contact experience from my guides, from my angels, from my counterparts, then this is what you will experience. And if you start perceiving it as such a way, whenever you go back to this beautiful experience, this is how you will start to experience it more and more. You will allow for this experience to give you even more blessings, even more gifts that it has already gave you. Because one purpose of this experience was to show you how supported you are, that you are never alone, that you have working with you and supporting you legions of angels, spirit guides, counterparts, but also touching you on the shoulder. It is right.
Correct. It's like I was in the center of a circle. They were organized in a circle around me, and each of them had their hand touching me on my shoulder, arm part.
Yes. As you know, shoulders are connected to the lower dantian, to the area of the sacrum, of the tailbone. So it's an expression. You're allowing for yourself basically to see not only how supported you are, but in this way, when they put their hands on you, they are telling you, you've got it all. you can do it. You can move through into the other side as a true self, as a true master within and without. So, and meanwhile, experiencing bliss, experiencing these blissful energies of the support that is already coming to you. So they're just saying you not only have this, but you can truly awaken your inner power that is inherent to who and what you truly are. Does that make sense?
Yes, makes perfect sense, and I'm very grateful because I wasn't thinking about the shoulder as a symbol in my contact experience. First of all, when you defined it as a contact experience, you it's like you unlocked that experience fully for me, and it I resonate very much with that definition of this experience. And I wasn't thinking about the shoulders, but it makes so much sense because the shoulders are the part of the body who we have this story about our shoulders that we are carrying something on our shoulders. Our shoulders support that something, so they are a symbol of support.
Yes, and whenever you feel that you're carrying too much weight, you can always move the shoulders and allow for the weight to move away. Just
Yeah.
allowing the weight, seeing it, appreciating it, validating it, and letting it go after you receive the message of the weight, of course. Because if you push it away before it has given you the message, it will stay longer.
Yes, I completely agree. I also had another beautiful experience. Um, the channel and me, every day we are going to this small garden that is between blocks in our neighborhood. And whenever I am there, I am doing my best to stay present and just to look at the sky, to look at the trees around me, to listen to the song of the birds. All of these things are like entry points for me into the state of presence. And one of these days, I was listening to the song of the birds, and I was just amazed at the might and the power of nature, even in the midst of blocks, in the midst of cars, people passing by. It's like it felt like almost I was in the midst of the forest itself. And I was wondering, how is this unity possible between the city and nature and feeling so peaceful, so magical in nature, even in the chaos of the city.
Because when you're in nature, you're shifting realities. Of course, as you know, we are shifting billions of times per second, but you are physically transporting yourself from your apartment or wherever you are living to nature, to the forest, to the garden. And this is kind of a bubble reality where, yes, there are all these sounds, all these cars, all this noise, but whenever you're in the presence of trees, of grass, of flowers, bushes, birds, so on and so forth, and you allow for yourself to match the vibration of the forest, of this magical place, then you can allow for these energies that they're emanating to really enter into your body, to enter into your energy body, and thus into your physical body. So this is why when you sit next to a tree and you start breathing out emotions and stuff like this, you are feeling after that relaxed, you're feeling more calm, because this place, the forest, the garden, is emanating also this healing energy, this energy of peace, because you are always moving. Humans are always moving, while Mother Earth, she is looking that it appears that she is static, she is not moving so much. And therefore, looking that is static, and you enter into this space, you're already having an alchemical process that is going on, because you're entering with the yang, the energy of power and movement. You're entering into a space filled with more in energy, more inward. This is why it's very nice to meditate in this in the forest, and also in the garden. And whenever you merge these opposites of yin and yang, you are entering this state of complete peace. You are entering this primordial state of your true self, from which state of being you can move forward into your physical reality.
Thank you very much. I always feel very energized after being there, so this makes so much sense.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to ask you about the song of the birds. How can we allow for it to assist us in our everyday life?
Whenever you hear a song of a bird, you can just close your eyes and start daydreaming, imagining, seeing, willing, and feeling how the song is going into your ears as light photons, as light vibration, and then straight into your heart, and from the heart into the layers of the aura, into your aura. And when you combine this also with your breath, you have a rhythmic breath, inhale and exhaling equals, you can enter into this parasympathetic state where you allow for yourself to become one with the song of the bird. And in that state of being, in that place where you're one with the song, you can start even hearing the song in a more different way, in a deeper way. Because whenever what you hear with the ears is just a tiny part of what is occurring when a bird is singing. And when you're in that state of being, you can allow for your inner ears to hear the rest of the song. And if you enter into this daydreaming state just before starting to meditate with the song of the bird, with a clear intention, with a will, kind of doing a magic will, just before that, it could assist you with healing, with manifestation, with transformation, with so many things.
I am deeply grateful for these insights, for this beautiful heart to heart interaction.
As we are We thank you for this magical co-creation, for this magical experience. We keep you in deep love, appreciation in our hearts. And as always, we send our unconditional love to each and every single one of you. Happy waking dreams.